Hello, everyone. I would just like to say a few things that have been really angering me over the past few years that I've noticed that is happening to our poor little country. Um, First thing I'd like to talk about is fast food and the health of our country, pretty much. Everyone knows that America is pretty much known as the fat country because of what the percentages of our obesity and our child obesity, and I'm pretty sure it's because of um, fast food and how easy and cheap it is to have fast food because um, healthy food like stuff you get at Earth Fare, Green Life, Whole Foods, those are actually very expensive, and it's because the government is taxing the poor farmers who are giving those grocery stores the actual healthy food. And but people would realize, if the government would realize that if you want a healthier country, you need to make it less taxed for the farmers so they can actually afford to continue shipping out their products to stores that actually have healthy stuff. Um, and I'm like, all of what I'm going to say is pretty much resulting back to the government wanting money and wanting control of everyone, which is totally true. Like, if you think about it, everything's based on money. Even though they say money doesn't buy happiness, doesn't matter if it doesn't buy happiness. That's all they want. The government wants money, wants power. And the way they're getting it is through all these subtle things that we don't realize until someone says it to us. And I feel like that by making our food cheaper, then people are going to buy it. And the cheap food is the bad food, the stuff that's making us fat. And because we're in such an economical struggle and everyone is having a hard time with money right now, well, most people at least, the middle class, the ones that buy the most, are the ones that are struggling the most. And that's where the income of the fast food comes from. And if you could get vegetables for $3.99 a pound, or you can get 2 hamburgers at McDonald's for $2, which one are you going to do? You're going to get the hamburgers. It's easier to get, and it probably tastes better than vegetables. Most people would think anyway. So, also, factory farms, I think, are a horrible, horrible thing because meat has become such a necessity with fast food and restaurants and everything. Farms have decreased and factory farms have increased. It's something like 80% of where our meat comes from is from one of the few main factory farms. And factory farms, it shouldn't even be called a farm. It should just be called a factory. The only reason that it's a farm is because there's animals there. But if you look up any factory farming video on YouTube, or look up any documentaries on where your meat actually comes from, it'll disgust you. How they treat their poor animals and how much hormones are injected and fed into them, and then we're ultimately eating these horrible hormones that are making these animals grow faster just for more efficiency, just for more money. We could be eating healthier stuff that actual real farmers make if they didn't get the shit taxed out of them and they could actually afford to send out their products to normal people. My next topic is gay marriage. I realize this is a very sketchy topic, but it's something that I've really been passionate about, and I believe that if you love someone, doesn't matter if you have a penis and they have a penis, doesn't matter if you have a vagina and they have a vagina, or vice versa, or one of each, you should be able to marry them. Just because one book in one religion that just happens to be the most prominent in our country says that gay marriage is wrong, shouldn't mean that it's wrong. Just because they say that marriage is between a man and a woman doesn't mean that it should be. I think that this world is changing. The world has changed. Like, you won't get stoned or sent in jail or get your head cut off for being gay anymore. You're allowed to be gay, and you're allowed to be gay publicly, so you should be able to be married. And I know it is legal in a few states, but I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's actually one of the highest populated lesbian cities in our country, and gay marriage is illegal here because we live in the Bible Belt, because Christianity is so prominent here that they're just like, no, marriage has to stay the way it is because we're old-fashioned and we're freaking Democrats who think that everything should just be kosher the way that it was and there's no change. And I think that my generation is the most accepting of it, like the ones that couldn't vote for Amendment 1, which was going to make gay marriage either between a man and a woman, or you should have the right to. So I would have voted against Amendment 1, but I couldn't because I'm only 17. But I think our generation is the one, like, if this would have happened next year when all of us would have been 18, then it would have been passed. I think, because the younger you are, the more accepting you are of new things, because you didn't grow up your whole life knowing that marriage was between a man and a woman. Because things are changing now. People are finally being able to be like, yeah, I'm gay. I don't care what you think, and I want to get married. So yeah. I also think military drinking age is stupid. How you have to be 21 still. I think that if you should be able to shoot an AK-47 in our war, then you should be able to drink, have a beer every once in a while. Like, why can you give an 18-year-old the responsibility of saving our country and saving people that you know and love in the field, in combat, but not allow them to have a beer? And that goes right into marijuana. I don't understand why that's legal. Well, I do, but it's for stupid reasons. It's because the government can't control it. If it was legal for anyone to grow and sell it, then the government wouldn't make any money off of them. That's why medicinal marijuana places that are actually legal, they get the shit taxed out of them because the government wants control of it. And they say that it's a drug and that it hurts people, and it doesn't. Look up studies on it. Look up anything on marijuana, and it'll tell you that marijuana will not hurt you. It's for medicinal purposes, usually. Like, there's prescription pills out there that will kill you, and you can overdose on them, and they're for medical purposes. And alcohol, that can fucking kill you. You can get drunk, kill thousands of people on the road. Not thousands, that's a number exaggeration, but still, you know what I'm saying. You can kill everyone in your car, you can kill yourself, you can kill the person you hit, you can kill someone walking across the street when you're drunk driving. Like, but with marijuana, I just don't understand why people are so ignorant. And they think that, yeah, alcohol should be legal, even though it is so much worse for you. You can physically die from drinking too much alcohol. But marijuana? Nope. The only way you can die from smoking marijuana is to smoke 1,500 joints in less than a minute. And the only reason you die is because of lack of oxygen. So, and I think that even if marijuana ever became legal, it would get the shit taxed out of it. So people will just do it under the table, you know, like continue to sell it without telling the government they're selling it, and avoid taxes. Because if marijuana became legal, like I said, there'd be government control, just so the government can make more money off of it. Next, I would like to talk about the rigged elections, which I've been looking up several videos on YouTube and doing some research about it. And pretty much in certain states, there have been rigged elections, like pretty much trying to get Mitt Romney to win the primary. And there's actually a YouTube video called Viral Video Rigged Elections or something, Viral Video 2012 Rigged Elections, and it shows a bunch of different news clips of different states where some candidates' votes weren't accounted for, like it was just zero, which is impossible. Like there's not going to be a candidate that no one votes for, and that's what it's coming up to be. And in those states, people that were counting the votes and submitting the votes said that they were Mitt Romney fans, so it makes sense that they could very quite possibly be rigging these elections and be knowingly trying to make one candidate superior because that's how they want it. When I think Ron Paul should have won, he's trying to bring our country back to the Constitution, and he is trying to make marijuana legal, which I think could be economically stimulating if it was done right. But still, I think Ron Paul was a better candidate than Mitt Romney. Next thing is pretty much the government uses media to blind the public, to hide things from us, and to feed us what they want us to know. And I think that people are just pretty much just being fed this information and just accepting it and believing it. And I think it's wrong. Like, there are alien sightings and all kinds of stuff that have happened like 20 years ago that aren't coming up until now because people are scraping up this stuff that the government wouldn't show us. Like, you rarely see stuff about aliens on the news. Not in America, at least, because it would scare the shit out of people. People would be like, oh no, aliens, oh god. But really, it's shit that could possibly really be happening. And everyone's just like, no, the world's okay, we're fine. And really, you just need to do the research by yourself, because watching the news isn't going to tell you shit. If you want to know something about our country, if you want to know something about aliens or other planets or anything like that, just look it up on the internet and find someone who actually has intelligence who will tell you how it really is. Because media and the news and television, that's all corrupt. It's all the government, all government controlled. So, it all, like I said, it all goes back to the government making money. And what they feed you, What they tell you to buy is what people are going to buy. What they advertise is what people are going to buy. And they advertise the things that are going to be the most successful to the public, the cheapest for them to make, and what they can make the most money off of. So that's just how it is. And I think that our generation, the teenagers through young 20s, are the ones that can change this, the ones that can make a difference in our world so that our food is better, where our meat comes from is better. Make gay marriage legal, make marijuana legal, but all these things take time. We need to work together, be together, and think as a group and think as one and come up with ideas that actually can make a difference in our world, because you shouldn't just sit back and let shit happen. You should try to make an impact in your society and change the world, because we're the people who go down in the history books. Unless you want to be in the history books for our country being like the most corrupt time of the world, like in 2012 being the worst economical state of the country ever. Like, I don't want that. I don't want my generation to go down in history as the stupid ones, the fat ones, the ones that don't know anything about what's actually going on in the world, the ones that were blind by the media. That's not how I want to be. So if you continue watching videos like this on YouTube, continue reading, continue researching, and continue learning, then you will be smart, and you will be able to rise above the government that is trying to destroy our society. And you can be strong. You can make a better world. So that's just my lesson for today: is don't back down. Just don't follow the sheep. Be a wolf. Be on the prowl, and just make a difference. So I hope everyone has a good day, and just keep on going. Don't give up on your world. Don't give up on your country.